Yep.
Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
What's good, everybody? It's another Victory Monday on my channel.
Yeah.
Which, seriously, Ty, I was telling Ty, it feels like it's been like a year since I had a Victory Monday on my channel. It was like, but it just really feels that I would actually have to look back and through it, but I am already a glutton for punishment because I watched all the replays from last year multiple times. I do every game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't know. I mean, hate to steal a little something from Al Davis, but just win ugly, baby.
Hey, a win is a win. We'll take it.
I don't care how the wins come. Just keep them coming.
Exactly.
We can be lucky. I don't care for the luckiest team in the NFL. As long as we get the W, that's what matters.
That's all that counts. That's all that counts. Last year we had a lot of ugly losses, right? So it's good to be on the other side of that coin. It feels much better to be on the other side of it.
It really does, too. Dang, we got all kinds of people. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Hey, y'all should go check him out. He does a lot of sports shorts. Good stuff. Then we got, the Philly fan. No one's perfect, folks.
Spongy.
We got Spongy in the building. We got Bebop. What's cracking?
What's up?
Here's Gammon. That's right. Let's get locked in. That's right. Yesterday's games, it was a roller coaster. It was a little too exciting. I guess some people could say, some people could say that. A win's a win. I'd rather have a boring win where we're up a lot. But, who doesn't need a little excitement in their life?
Yeah. It's early in the season. Things are going to be tough. We got injuries and such. So everything's not going to be a blowout. But it's good to see the team, show some fight, show resilience, be able to get the job done for 60 minutes and walk away with the dub. I think that builds character. That's going to help you in the long run.
And that's the truth, too. That's a 17-game season. We're only 2 games into it.
Yep.
Starting out decent, though. I'm knocking on wood here with 2 games.
No, baby. Exactly.
And, oh, wow. David Corona's not going to be in the chat. He's actually at a baseball game right now.
Oh.
Shout out to David Corona.
Enjoying other sports. Look at him. Getting out and getting some air.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, unfortunately, he's a Dodgers fan, but, it's just. Like I said, no one's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But, all right. What do you want to talk about first, Ty?
Whatever you want. Offense, defense, game overall.
We can start. We can start with the non-controversy in the room. So QB Mac Jones started.
Yep, indeed, he had to. Brock was unavailable, so Mac Jones had to go.
And he had a really good. I'd say he played pretty good. We hit that 24-point marker. We talked about
exactly.
what, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right. And there were a couple times we got down in the end zone or the red zone and didn't score, and and then, but at the same time we scored enough, and here comes the defense with the win again. Like This time it was Bryce Huff, yes. We'll talk about
Yep.
that later. But honestly, I think he did pretty good in his first start with us. He might be starting multiple games in a row here.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think he did really well. Wasn't a perfect game, wasn't a great game, but he did really well. He showed a good command of the offense, executed it, got the job done, right? He made some good throws, some throws on time. There was some throws you wish you had back that he could have did better, but it was his first time starting, right? It's understandable. But for the most part, I thought he played really well, did really good, used his legs, which people were like, oh, Matt Jones, a statue. He won't go anywhere. He actually ran with the ball some. So he showed he was out there to make plays and help the
yes.
team win, which was good to see. That's what you want from your backup. You want him to be capable, and you want him to be able to make plays that you think he couldn't make. And he did that. So I got a tip of the cap for Mac Jones.
He showed he's got a little bit of athleticism. I mean, it was not like watching, a lot of people say he's just like James Richard Garoppolo, but with a big arm. I've said that,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say I think he ran a lot faster than James can.
Yeah, he probably could.
I mean, if we're talking like, line him up and race him, I'll put my money on Mac Jones here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he got a win first game. Hopefully he keeps it going. We got the home opener coming up, which we'll again get to later. Let's talk about the tight ends because we're missing the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, George Kittle. We're missing him.
Best
right?
in the league, yep.
But yesterday it was like, we had 3 guys filling in. And honestly, I like Tongas. I really do. I think he's coming right along, in the offense. And, we did have Braden Willis hit the field, although he didn't, catch anything, but he did hit the field.
Yep.
But Tongas had 4 receptions for 31 yards.
Yep.
Luke Farrell, the guy we signed, primarily blocking tight end, right? 2 catches, 15 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep.
So they're filling in for George Kittle. No, you can't replace George Kittle's production.
No.
George Kittle. But it's nice to see these guys, at least doing something in tight end versus us getting a catch.
No production at all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what normally happens. We get no production at all. So it's like you said, it's a collective. It's good to see them getting together as a collective. Even Braden Willis, I believe, had a target, but he was like he caught it out of bounds or it was a PBU or something. But it's good to see, all 3 guys get involved to try to help us win. And the touchdown play is, I think, to Luke Farrell is a great example of that. First of all, great play action play. The whole defense bid on the play action. Yeah, multiple guys open. But to see Luke Farrell make a catch, make a guy miss, go to the end zone, and Jake Chalmers is there blocking for him, right? Helping him out. Come on, get in here. I got this block. Like, that's a great example of your backups helping each other to get the job done. I think if they can keep that going, okay. We still miss Kittle, but at least we have some guys who are capable of making a play when we need it. And I think that's what counts. And we saw that last week too. Like Jake Tonja stepping up and making plays when we needed it.
Yes. And it's nice to see, Jake Tonjas. I mean, like I said, I like him. We'll see how he progresses while he's filling in for Kittle,
And in this game, he had 2 jobs because he had to fill in for Juice after Juice left. So not only was he playing backup tight end, he was playing fullback as well. So he had a full plate this game.
Strangely enough, that's what I was going to talk about next. Juice. He was in the game. He had a catch for 5 yards. knocked out with concussion.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he's all right. Just have to keep an eye on him and see how he's doing throughout the week. That's pretty much all you can do with that.
Yep.
Other notable things to happen on offense. Juwan Jennings, 5 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations to him. Ricky Purcell, 4 catches, 56 yards.
Yep.
McCaffrey, again, over 100 all-purpose yards. Yep. We didn't run the living crap out of the ball. Like I expected us to run the ball like 40 times. I'm not going to lie. But we didn't run the crap out of the ball. He had 55 yards rushing on 13 carries, 4.2. That's pretty good. 6 receptions, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So, he fantasy-wise, he's still scoring you some points here, folks.
Yeah.
But he's just doing what he has to do. And did you notice during the game, like that touchdown catch, where was he lined up?
In the slot. He's lined up in the slot.
I was watching the second that happened. I was like, hold on. Is Shanahan starting to watch the podcast?
Mm-hmm. Lined up in the slot. I'm telling you.
Because I've been saying, let's do that while we're thin at wide receiver, like let's line him up and what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like I was laughing, because it's like he must be watching the podcast,
Mm-hmm. He's done it before. He just doesn't do it as much as he should. But it's like you said, it's common sense. It's like with so many injuries, and you're talking about receivers, you need receivers. Well, CMC is really your number one receiver at this point, right? Take him out there, put him in the slot, let him do his thing. And he's actually lined up CMC like wide on the outside too. Like he's putting them all over the place. But we know, like Christian McCaffrey, if he wanted to, he could switch positions and be a slot receiver and be one of the best in the league. It's without question. And you saw that on display just with that touchdown catch.
And it's honestly good to see our offense, out there putting in work. The defense, New Orleans did move the ball here and there, but we're going to take our lumps with all these young guys, right?
Yeah.
And I can't necessarily blame the defense because there were some flags thrown. I'm going,
yeah.
Like, really? Like that's stuff that happens on every NFL play. Like, and you're not going it on every play, so it's just.
Yeah, that one drive was some BS. It was twice on 3rd down. We had them stopped, and they threw flags, and it's like, come on, And then the flags were ticky tack too. It's like, there's no way that's a penalty. That's not a penalty either. Like the refs helped them out to help sustain that drive. So
yes,
it's BS like that is going to happen. But I think overall the defense played well. We gave up some stuff. Once again, a mobile quarterback played a role in that. We were undisciplined on that one play. I think was it 4th down or 3rd down where D Winters had Spencer Rattler stopped. And then a guy came and Spencer Rattler broke out of it. Remember that play? And he wound up getting the 1st down. Well, that was I think that was Gross Matos came in and hit D Winters and knocked him off of Spencer Rattler. And it's like, dude, play with some discipline. Slow down. You literally messed up the tackle. We had them stopped. It's like, things like that. So we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot on defense. But they stepped up when they needed to. I can tell you, I get to take my hat off to them for that.
Well, and the defensive line, New Orleans has spent a lot of 1st and 2nd round picks on this offensive line. Okay, there's some players on their offensive line.
Yeah,
and our defensive line won so many battles against these guys. It's like it was really great to see. The one game, the first game, the second game jump for like Mikael Williams is out there playing run defense, pushing his guy into the quarterback. So,
Yep.
And other guys are getting the sack, and he's out there doing the dirty work that I like to see.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
to see that, Kalia Davis and Jordan Elliott started, and they both did really well. I think they had 4 stops. Like Kalia Davis, I think he had a tackle for loss. So that's good to see in the run game, them playing like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Nick Bosa had like 6 pressures and a sack. And I mean, Bryce Huff also is over there getting pressures. And it's like the pressure rate he's getting, he's one of the top defensive ends in the league, And this is all going up against first round pick, offense in the second round pick offensive lineman, though. Like New Orleans ain't messing around. They're trying to build an offensive line.
Oh yeah. They're building the right trenches first. They know what they're doing. Yeah, but I think we talked about us keeping 10, 11 defensive linemen. We're seeing why. We're seeing how they're using that rotation of offensive linemen to keep guys fresh, keep guys hungry and hunting. And you see different guys making plays throughout the game, all right? And that's because of that rotation. It's because no one's wearing down. It's because guys are fresh and playing their assignments. It pays dividends. It's at the end of the game, Huff isn't worn down. Nick Bosa isn't worn down. Mykel Williams isn't worn down. So when you need that play, they're hungry and they could go after it. A lot of people always question the personnel decisions in the offseason, but this is why. This is why they do what they do. So I love how they just keep guys in there, play after play, and you never know who's going to step up and make a play in any moment.
And that's the truth. Eric Wallace is asking about Juice. He has a concussion. He's in concussion protocol.
Yep.
And Kenny, he actually made a big jump from game 1 to game 2. He was in there doing what he has to do. He was clogging holes, stuffing the run.
Yeah.
He did. He made a big jump from game 1 to game 2. Check out his PFF rating on that.
Yeah, and he got some penetration on some plays too. Like he's a guy that
he did.
You're not going to say anything flashy on the on a stat sheet or anything. You just got to watch him play. You got to watch how he eats up 2 blockers so the guy next to him can get penetration, right? You got to see how he's standing strong on the line of scrimmage while taking on that double team so guys can come and stop the run. It's things like that. But when you see him get penetration and help on a play, you got to acknowledge that as well.
And, CJ West even got, he got him a pressure going on.
Yeah.
And this is all rotation. They're just rotating guys all over the place. So, you saw Sam O in there getting in the backfield. You saw Dieter Gross-Matos. I mean, it's truly a group effort on that defensive line right now.
Yeah. And that's part of that rotation. That's part of them just plugging guys in there. Get in there and GTFO. Like, get off. Go after it. And so far early in the season, it's like, all right. I'm loving the fact that we got 10, 11 defensive linemen.
Yeah. And, as for the young guys on defense, all you can do is expect them to get better as the season goes.
Yeah. They're learning on the fly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like Upton Stout had this ticky-tack flag that I don't think should have been thrown.
That shouldn't have been a flag.
Now, Sigel, Sigel, that was a flag. But you're going to get this type of stuff because we have rookies back there, right? You're going to get this type of stuff. But as long as they learn from, what happened and get better as they go, then we're all right, Oh, boy. But, so the defense is actually ranked 4th in the league here, which we're not doing too bad 2 games in, we'll talk. Well, as we go, we'll keep an eye on that. You know.
Yeah.
Special teams. You know, we got a new kicker, right?
Yep.
And I heard that, you know, amongst kickers that have so many kicks, he's like, you know, up there in, you know, field goal percentage and all that stuff.
Yep.
So his first extra point attempt misses. And I mean, this is like, you know, here you go. You just set the empire on fire for like 30 seconds. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you know, at that point I was like, you know, no kicker in the league is perfect. You know, that's just what I said. I'm like, we'll see how he builds off that. You know, because when Jake Moody would miss, you know, he would miss just like slightly to the left or whatever, right? Then on his next kick, he would overcompensate and miss to the right. It's like, bro, you know.
He wouldn't miss. He would make it.
Oh, most of the time. But you get what I'm saying, though. Like, this is what I saw when he would miss. Is he's overcompensating a little bit here. So, but Pinheiro comes back, kicks a field goal right down the center. I mean, the whole rest of the game, right down the center. I'm sitting there going, yep, this ought to shut a lot of people up.
No. We got to keep that same energy. He missed the kick. That means he needs to be off the team. He's going to cost us games in the future. We got to keep that same energy. He's going to cost us games. Oh, we can't have this guy on the team. He can't make a kick. This is the way it goes. Sorry. This is the way it goes. We got to keep that same energy.
And,
but he did good.
Like look at the Commanders, like the Thursday night game. The Commanders kicker was like 1 for 3. You know, the Green Bay kicker even missed a kick. I mean, it's like it seems like yes, kickers do miss, except for that guy in Dallas. He seems to, you know, have that down. But
he missed one too, though.
That was an incredible 64-yarder hit at the end of regulation, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But he's got that leg.
I gotta give the guy credit. You know,
he's got that leg, especially, you know, Dallas is indoors. There's no wind or anything to compete with. So he's good. He's good.
And it was like, you know, it was a crazy day, kind of a crazy day in the NFL yesterday, you know, like the Dallas Giants game. Now the game was televised here, folks. Miracles happen. All right.
Okay.
So I'm watching it, and you know, the game ends, and all of a sudden they go to Dallas and the Giants, and I watch, you know, I watch Dallas. It's like, I watched the Giants score a touchdown late in the fourth. I'm like, oh boy,
a deep pass to Neighbors.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, here come the Cowboys back, and then I'm like, they're actually going to try this. You know, I was like, they're trying a 64-yarder. Okay.
Yep.
And the dude hits it. I was like, oh boy. You know, at that point, I was going, what's going to happen here? I honestly thought the game was going to end in a tie.
Because in that overtime, it's like nobody wanted it.
That's exactly it. Nobody wanted
to win. No one wanted to win. It was like, okay, now it's getting real boring. Like, come on now. Somebody do something. But yeah, I thought it was going to end in a tie too. And but Russell Wilson messed up through that interception, and it gave the Cowboys some life to get a field goal at the end there.
I know. Right at the end, now Aubrey, the Dallas kicker, became the I think, is it the only kicker in NFL history to hit a one right at the end of regulation and right as time expires in overtime.
In overtime, yep. He's the only kicker in history to do that.
It's like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
But I've said this all off season that if Dallas wants to win games, they're going to have to score a lot of points because their defense isn't that good.
Defense is bad. Yep.
And I actually said 40 or more, and that's what they did yesterday.
Yep.
So
that's what it took. Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on them. I mean, we'll just keep an eye on that as it goes. We'll see if I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not saying I'm right. I'm saying I'm right for that one game, though.
Yeah.
But so, got the W. We're 2-0.
Yeah, baby.
Cardinals are 2-0, right? Rams are 2-0. Seahawks are 1-1. It's like, it's honestly looking like we got us a tough division this year at this point.
Hey, at this point, yeah. NFC West.
It's still early, yep, but at this point.
Yeah.
And speaking of tough division, we got Kyler Murray and company coming to town.
Yep.
Marvin Harrison Jr. and who's that guy they took in the first round, that defensive lineman, Walter Nolan. We got these guys coming to town, and they beat the Saints and the Panthers, though.
Right. Not exactly high competition, and I know the Saints game for them was kind of close. Like, that wasn't a blowout.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, Kyler Murray typically, the Cardinals will, when they're rolling, it's early in the season, and then like mid-season hits, and then all of a sudden it's like, they're thinking about going on vacation to Cabo or whatever NFL players do.
Hey,
I'm making jokes. Come on.
Yeah.
But it's like, so Arizona, they've been building for a couple seasons under this head coach. I'm honestly not expecting them to be a very tough team until next year, but you never know. They're always pesky. You got to start there. They're always pesky. Kyler Murray, the one advantage he has, our defensive lineman can't see the guy over the offensive lineman in front of him. It's like,
yeah.
And then, he'll squirt out of there, and next thing you know, it's like, this is when I'm going to be glad to have the speedy D. Winters on the linebacker room. I'll say that right now.
Oh, yeah. I think, if I was on the coaching staff, I would start Nick Martin over Luke Gifford just for the speed factor. So that when we're in base downs, you at least have that speed on the field to be able to track down a Kyler Murray, because you're going to need it. But like you said, when he squirts out, those little legs get going, and he picks up ground. So you need the speed out there.
Yes. Yeah, I call Kyler Murray the mighty midget, just because, that's like,
he is.
I mean, it's got to be hard to be playing defensive back against the guy, because you can't see him over, behind the offensive line. All of a sudden, the ball squirts out and it's thrown.
Yeah.
And you're like, you have to react. Like, you don't see him winding up like you see most quarterbacks do, right? I'm making jokes. He's not that small.
Yeah.
But But yeah, the Cardinals, and obviously they're 2-0, right? They beat the Saints and the Panthers.
Yep.
We're 2-0. We beat the Seahawks, which we'll talk about them here in just a second. And the Saints, right?
Yep.
It's our home opener this year. So, and it's looking more like Mac Jones is going to start, although Kyle Shanahan is not ruling Brock Purdy out.
No. Yeah, no one knows the real extent of Brock's injury. Everybody's just guessing. Oh, it's 2 to 5 weeks. It's 1 to 3 weeks. No one knows. So either way, we'll have one of the two start. But we've seen from week 1 to week 2, we're in good hands either way. It's fine. I don't think we have to really worry about the quarterback position. You got two guys with experience, right? Because Mac Jones has started a bunch of games in his career. I think we're fine there. It's just the other injuries we got to worry about. Juice's status. Is he going to clear this week? Left guard. Is Ben Barch going to be out there? Or are we going to leave Connor Colby out there? Which Connor Colby played a very good game on Sunday in relief duty.
He did. I did not expect him to play a good game, but he did play a good game. I was looking at that like, huh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how'd this kid fall all the way to the end of the 7th round, but.
Hey, that's shit. We got him. And I noticed it from the beginning. I was like, yo, Connor Colby's playing really good. I hope he keeps that up. And he did the whole game. So
I mean, when it comes to the blocking yesterday, the left side actually did very well with Ben Barch and with Connor Colby in there.
Yeah.
Jake Brindle actually had a good game.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Y'all heard me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah. Good thing. Hey, keep it going. Keep them having quiet, good games. That's what we need. Dominic Pooney got beat a couple of times. I don't think he's not 100%. You can tell. He's not moving like his usual self, and sometimes he gets up off the ground. He's getting up slow. Like that's something to look out for. Like I wouldn't mind if they shut him down for a week. Just get healthy for a week, like because you're not 100%. Like come on, like make smart decisions with injuries. Don't Jake Moody this thing again, right? Like just putting a guy out there injured and expecting him to play at a high level. Nah, it doesn't work that way. You got to be smart. So we got to keep an eye on that.
That is so true. It's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see.
Y'all say that every year.
all kinds of people think they're taking the division every year, but like the odds, the guy people that odds favorites are the 49ers, and I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of fans think like, oh, you guys are gonna suck. Walter Northland is injured. I didn't know that. Sorry for your loss, Champy.
I believe is it still his calf, Champy, that he still has injured, and the Cardinals lost all 3 of their starting corners on Sunday. Their status for playing this Sunday is in doubt.
Right side nickel.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So, got no pass rush, got no corners.
So our wide receivers, who, you got Juwan Jennings, Ricky Purcell, and the gang. Pretty much what we got going on right now. They should actually be able to get open. Oh, yeah. The gang is what I'm talking about, not Juwan Jennings, Ricky Purcell.
The gang should be able to get open, right? Imagine if we get just Jordan Watkins back this week with his speed, the damage he can do.
It's still the calf. Still the calf.
Okay, thank you, Champy. Yeah.
Mick, what? You talking McBride? He's a pretty good tight end, buddy. I mean, he's not.
Yeah, they still got Trey McBride, and he's good.
They got weapons. A red zone threat, like Marvin Harrison Jr. is a red zone threat.
Yeah, boy, he's a big old receiver. He ain't small like his daddy.
Yes. Yeah.
He a biggin.
Kyler Murray's a red zone threat because how he can just squirt out of there and get them little legs just cooking. It's like.
Yeah.
But we did play against a mobile quarterback this last game, and he got us a couple times, but he didn't like burn us like in the past. We just get cooked because we'd have guys that wouldn't play disciplined football, right?
Right.
So here we are. We got good coaching. We had a changeover in our coaching staff. We have Robert Saleh. We have good coaching going on. I don't know if they're going to spy Kyler Murray, maybe with Upton Stout. You never know, right?
We'll see.
I mean, speed for speed, that they're pretty close, right?
Yeah.
But I'm honestly with you with let's start Nick Martin over Luke Gifford. Like
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Like the speed. Just put the speed out there. That way you don't know who's going to be the spy, where it's coming from. If he does get out, you got the legs to track him down. Because like
yeah,
on base downs, when they try to fake and do play action and throw off that, and we got those three linebackers on the field, that's when the damage could come, right? Because there's a mismatch there. But if
mm-hmm.
those three linebackers are Nick Martin, Fred Warner, and D. Winters, well, it's not that really much of a mismatch because all three of those guys can run.
This is true. And our defensive line has vastly changed. The interior guys, we got Alfred Collins with CJ West, which Alfred Collins is a big guy.
Yep.
Kalia Davis isn't a small dude himself, and he actually looked. Now I was watching him yesterday, going, "Why does he look like he's 325?" I don't even know what he weighs, honestly.
Yeah.
But why does he look like he's 325 plus? Like,
He's built short and stocky. Like he's a short, round guy. That's why.
yeah, like a bowling ball. That's kind of what you want right there.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can play discipline. Everyone stay in their lanes and make it so if Kyler Murray has to run, then there's going to be a linebacker or someone covering that gap, right?
Yep.
So hopefully we can do that. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be the matchups will be interesting. We see that everybody's picking on our left side, throwing that Green and Stout, which is obvious. You don't throw against Lenore, right? The number one usually gets ignored, so you go after the rookie and the guy who has less than 17 games under his belt. It makes sense. And when they got Siegel, it'll be interesting to see if Siegel plays McBride one-on-one again. I mean, this week, like he did Johnson. Like, I don't think that's really Siegel's game, but it's in their game plan to do so, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if they want to do that again with McBride this week. Bring Siegel down in the box, have him play some one-on-one. We'll see. So the matchups are going to be interesting. Like, whatever Robert Saleh dials up, like that's one of the things we should pay attention to early.
Yes, and I think part of the whole matching Siegel up on the tight end thing would be to free up Fred Warner.
Well, and also Stout because they blitzed Stout a couple of times also.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. Bring that speedy guy off the edge. So that was part of it. But yeah, it should be a fun game to watch just from a defensive standpoint.
Oh, they took Will Johnson? The corner? That's one of the corners that went out last week, ain't it?
Yep. I believe so.
Now Damian Lee, it kind of is. I mean,
yeah, Will Johnson injured his groin.
300-pound plus offensive lineman, you better have the weight to match him and the strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've always said we need guys in there that are thicker than a Snicker. Guys in the middle.
Yep.
We
kind of the middle of the defense. Yeah, you don't want those guys getting pushed around. But then they're going to get mauled all game. Everybody will complain you can't stop the run. Well, you need some big guys in there that can at least got some weight on them to help stop the run. Some weight, some strength,
Ooh, Will Johnson fell undrafted because of injury concerns, and we didn't draft him.
Mm-mm.
We actually drafted a guy that played with a high ankle sprain for most of the season.
Yep.
During the senior year, so it's kind of. Now, he was on mine too, Kenny, and apparently he's dealing with something. I'm not a Chiefs fan, so I don't know what it is.
Hey, their problem.
Well, that's the thing is they could just bring in Jalen Moore, right? The $45 million man.
Exactly. Like I said, their problem. That's their 0-2 problem, not ours.
Yes. There's still 15 games left. I mean, we'll see what happens, but at this point, it looks like the league is saying, refs, stay out of it. Due to the fan outrage in the 2 weeks from the AFC Championship game to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
It's like they want nothing to do with that this year.
It was too blatant. It's too much. Like, everyone sees it. Like, come on.
It was. Everyone but Chiefs fans, they.
Of course. It's funny to see them complaining this year, though. That's the fun part. To them complaining, oh, look at this. It's holding, and they didn't call it. Oh, really? So now you can see holding. Isn't that something?
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of holding, so I don't know the NFL rule book through and through, okay? But when a defensive end is rushing at a quarterback and he gets by the offensive lineman and he's almost got the quarterback and the offensive lineman turns around and pushes him in the back to push him past him, is that not a penalty for blocking the back?
I always thought it was too. And for some reason, they let that go. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's illegal blocking the back. You can't do that.
That's what I was saying. I was like right in front of the ref too. It's like, hello?
Yeah, you got both the ref and the umpire there.
Here and
yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure that should be a flag. I would love to sit down with a ref and discuss little things like that. Like, why is that not called?
Watch all this tape. Like, okay, specifically have an hour of Bosa getting held.
Yeah, you can just show Bosa. Right? Look at this guy. He has his arm around Nick Bosa's neck. How is that not holding?
It's like, this ain't just against one team. It's like all the refs in the league are like, yeah. That guy's too good. We're just going to let the offensive lineman hold him.
Mm-hmm. Unreal.
Oh, John Jay. I am happy with Mac Jones, and he's doing what a backup quarterback should do. You come in, you get the win while the starter's out. He might probably looking like he's starting this next week. We don't know how well. We'll just have to keep an eye on that as the week goes. They haven't even hit the practice field yet. That's tomorrow, right?
Yep. Wednesday. Tomorrow's their scheduled off day. They won't practice until Wednesday. So we'll see if Brock takes the field, how he looks, etc.
Oh, I see something going on. Hold on a second. I got to rewind. Oh, those guys are all talking about other things.
Oh, okay. Carry on. We love when you guys just chat it up. Yeah.
Well, the home opener, buddy, it's like, and it's against the Cardinals. I mean, both teams being 2-0, will this game be televised? And now keep in mind, I'm talking my area.
Yeah. Well, it's the whole country, because
Denver Broncos, Raiders type of games constantly get showed here over my team.
Yeah. It's the whole country, because
is it the game?
I believe that's a Fox game, and there's only 2 games on Fox that afternoon. So it depends on what they are considering the America's game of the week. Is it us or is it the other team? And the other team might be the stupid Cowboys, which they love to show.
I don't want to see that.
Exactly. Who wants to see them? So, they do it by region as well. So you never know.
That's why I don't get a lot of 49ers games, because I'm in the region. For some reason, the TV broadcasters consider Denver Broncos country. It's like, look, you guys need to take a poll, okay, of NFL fans and see what Utah comes out as. All right.
Yeah.
You're going to have it's going to be a close race. It's going to be you're not going to be able to call it until everything's counted type of thing,
Right. So here's the deal. It's either 49ers Cardinals or Cowboys versus Bears. And I got a feeling they'll put on Cowboys versus Bears.
The Bears just got destroyed at
The
their
Bears
house.
suck. They look terrible. They shouldn't be on TV. But because it's Jerry Jones and because the Bears are theater right now, you know what I mean? I got a good feeling they'll be on, unfortunately.
Oh, now if you actually want to get ratings, you'll show the 2-0 Cardinals against the 2-0 49ers.
Right? Division rivals. This could be like a first place game. There's theater there. It makes sense to do. But TV, they don't think that way. They don't think that way at all.
Man. I mean, when it comes to like how big a fan base is, the Bears and the Cardinals, I mean, Bears probably have more fans than the Cardinals. You know, I'm just saying here. So. Like Champy, I'm sorry if you're watching. I'm not trying to insult you. But you know, I mean, the Cowboys, yeah, they got fans everywhere, and you know, beating your chest for beating a team that's probably going to be picking in the top 4. I don't know about that.
It's unreal.
I mean, the Detroit Lions just put up 52 on that defense.
They dropped 52 on them.
Is right.
Yeah.
Can they actually stop the Dallas offense?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the answer is no.
Yeah.
So
I don't think so either.
We'll just have to pay attention to that as they go. Is like if they don't score 40, do they win? You know, we'll just have to pay attention to that as the season goes.
Yeah, but I'm hoping our game does come on TV. I'm hoping Fox airs it. It just makes sense to do so. Mm-hmm. Like if you're thinking about this from a football standpoint, like it's a no-brainer to air 49ers Cardinals over Cowboys Bears. It just does. Unfortunately, like I said, TV doesn't work that way. You know, a lot of TV today is based on just drama and social media and what people are talking about, especially sports television. Like they monitor social media to see what people are talking about. And if they see like people talking about Caleb Williams and the Cowboys and blah, 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 that will sway their decision. It's stupid.
Well, so you know, we do the pick'ems, you know, at work, right? Come on, Texans. Now, so right now,
I think I went 11-2, 11-3, something like that. In my pick,
I have 2 losses on the week at this point.
Nice, good job.
And you know, at work, Leo, shout out to you, buddy. He has 1 loss.
Good week for Leo. All right.
So the first game is pretty much the deciding factor at this point. Mm-hmm. If the Texans somehow pull, what is Baker Mayfield doing? But if the Texans somehow pull this out and it's under a certain amount of points for both games, then I win. If the Buccaneers win this game, then I'm just out. It's Leo. You know,
okay.
But if the Texans win, the next game we pick the same, so that doesn't matter. So then it just comes down to, you know, who's closest on points.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of funny. I was in it last week.
Third quarter.
They're all looking at me like 2 weeks in a row. You're in? I'm like, I told you guys by the end of the season you're going to hate me.
Yep.
Like, I do this stuff every year.
Yeah.
But, oh, buddy. But, yeah. So, you got any other thoughts on the game coming up against the Cards? Oh, we didn't talk about the Seahawks. Okay, let's keep on the division rivals here. Well, the Rams won.
Gosh. Yeah.
No surprise. They weren't playing a very good team.
Yeah.
You know. The Seahawks went to Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And walked out of there with a win.
They sure did.
Now, me and Joe, if you're watching, you know, shout out to you. we talked on the Wednesday show, and he's like, I mean, both our teams could suck. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see, you know, from the Seahawks Niners game. You know, that's what he was talking about, referring to. And it's like, okay, well, you know, we just walked into the Saints with our backup quarterback and beat them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, missing a bunch of guys due to injury. You know, you guys just went to Pittsburgh and beat Mike Tomlin at his house.
Yep.
So that shows me that we didn't beat a bad team week 1.
No, they're not a bad team.
So it's like, I think our division is going to be a hot mess, buddy.
Hey, I think, our division is normally a tough division. It plays well. We've had success over the past few years, with the exception of last year. We've had success in doing very well against them. But if you look at the standings, it's normally a tight, close division, right? I think this year it'll be that again. I mean, even last year, 2 teams finished 10-6. The Cardinals finished 9 or 8 games, like a game back. Like the division wasn't that off. Heck, even at 6-10, we were 4 games out. Like the division was closer than it appeared on paper. Mm-hmm. But I think this year it'll be better with a lot of teams winning. Like we might see 3 teams go to the playoffs, maybe. But the division itself, I think it'll be competitive. We'll still be going at it the way the NFC West normally is. So, like, rumors of the NFC West demise is greatly exaggerated.
Now, I did not say the Seahawks were better than us, Tommy, because we did beat them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just said, all I was saying is, you know, from what Joe Stevens said, our teams don't suck.
Right.
You know, he's like, for all we know, both our teams could suck.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally what he
said. Yeah. No, it wasn't a case of 2 suck teams playing. It was 2 good teams going at it. Division, it's tough. It's close. You know, it's the way it is. I am in Seattle right now, and I'm talking to a Seahawks fan, and I was talking to him today, and he was saying, you know, he thinks the division is going to come down to the last week, like that last game where we play each other. So, and I agreed. I was like, yeah, I think so too. I think it's that type of year where we're going to just have a highly competitive division.
Oh yeah. Now this next week, I think now I should actually look real fast because I did send it out to everybody, and some folks are actually sending their pick sheets back already. And this next week is a mess. When I say a mess, I mean a mess. Okay. That's week 2. I thought he sent week 3 already. Nope, not yet. But didn't someone already send week 3?
They got it on it early. It's only Monday.
Well, right now I'm kind of waiting. I'm waiting until Wednesday till I even do mine. But you know, it's smart to wait until at least the end of tomorrow, where you hear who's practicing, who's not, and you get kind of an idea.
You want to hear some injuries, right? Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly it. Oh, Crazy Juice. What's up, Crazy Juice? If you're in the chat.
Yeah.
But I mean, Miami at Buffalo. That one's kind of obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Atlanta at Carolina. I honestly think Atlanta is a better team than, you know, a lot of folks are giving them credit for. Green Bay at Cleveland. That's obvious. Houston at Jacksonville. Now, that one could go both ways because it's a divisional matchup and it's at Jacksonville.
Yep.
And I just watched C.J. Stroud take a sack, and they're punting the ball.
Yep.
Now, Cincinnati at Minnesota. No Joe Burrow.
Well, exactly. No quarterback. But
And
Minnesota doesn't have a quarterback either.
That's exactly it. Who do you pick there?
McCarthy's
Right?
injured too. JJ McCarthy's injured too. So
I mean, then you got the Steelers who just lost to the Seahawks going to New England.
mm-hmm.
That's kind of a maybe a coin flip. The Rams at Philadelphia. I can't believe it, Spongy. I'm rooting for your team this week.
The
That's right,
divisional. They played in the divisional, right? That's the divisional playoff rematch.
And it's at Philly.
Yeah.
So not like it would matter because a whole bunch of Eagles fans would show up in LA anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Jets at Tampa Bay, yeah, that's obvious. The Colts at Tennessee. Now, are the Colts legit?
Exactly.
Yet to be seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Denver at the Chargers, Broncos and Chargers, that's going to be a good one.
That should be a good one, yeah.
Dallas goes to Chicago. Yeah, that should be a freaking. But Arizona and San Francisco, but a lot of people might pick both ways on this one. Kansas City at New York? I don't know.
Yep.
Detroit, the Monday night game, Detroit at Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. That should be a good one.
That should be an entertaining Monday night game.
Yes, it will. Yeah, I agree.
But, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on next week, folks. There's some games you're looking at like, I mean, it's still early in the season, so you still don't know who's going to stand up and start punching people in the face. Yeah. There's a couple teams that are 0-2 that could at any moment, right? But I mean, we'll see. But you got anything else to add going forward here?
Nah, it should be a good game. I think we'll come out, execute well. I'm just hoping it comes on TV.
I hope it's on TV too, because if not, I have to watch the replays like, on an app that ain't that great, but it's kind of cheap.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks, we got to beat them red chickens,
Exactly.
That's what it's all about. Got to beat them red chickens, All right, guys. Hey, everyone, thanks for showing up. Oh, look, Damien Lee in the chat. What up?
What's up?
No, Steve, I'll say what? Kirk and go.
We'll see. All of a sudden, we got teams hungry for a quarterback.
That's the thing is Atlanta still hasn't cut him or traded him.
Yep.
So maybe this is the type of opportunity they're waiting for.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
But, yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen probably tomorrow or by tomorrow. So they can get there and practice,
Yeah. Tuesday's the transaction day. So
everybody have a great night. It's always go Niners and F all 31 other teams. As Corey Davis would say. We got to beat them red chickens and